Hey everyone, welcome to our Tuesday night, first of the month. It's the 1st of October team call, and we're just so glad that you're joining us either live or on the recording. I am Michelle Grensing. I am one of the Heat NMDs. I live in Tennessee, and I am really excited to bring, the perfect guest for such a time as this to our call tonight. And we have Stacey Whitmer. So Stacey Whitmer, I kind of got to know as a fellow field partner and NMD. And I've always just known her to be very energetic, very passionate, very clear and concise. And now we have her as part of our amazing corporate team as the East Regional Director. And I just think, wow, they have really tagged an amazing woman. So I'd also like to add, whenever I was asking her for a bio, she didn't even share this, but I remember listening to her because she has shared from all of the stages, from the smaller room trainings, from the big stage, and she's done so much behind the scenes all of these years for the last 9.5 years, actually, um, just on advisory boards and just who knows, making graphics. I don't know. She does all the things. But I remember she was a gymnast, and that makes sense to me because um, she has grit. We need people with grit right now, I feel like. And on all the other adjectives I've already shared, she has grit. So she is coming to us. And for a time like this, where we're going through transition, construction, there is much to be hopeful for. Yet our confidence can be a little bit shaky right now. But here she is. She's going to make us all just feel so much better and so much more passionate. I know it. So, Stacey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. That was such a beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here and I'm honored to be in this space to speak to you as a regional director. For like what Michelle had said, for people that don't know me, I am from Long Island, New York. I went to college at the University of Maryland where I did gymnastics there. I was on a full scholarship to do gymnastics there, and I was there for 4 years. I was team captain my senior year. And then out of college, I got into corporate America. I was a biology kinesiology major, so I was a science major. And I got right into corporate America because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. You kind of go to college and you get a career. And I was fine doing that for a while until I wasn't. And about halfway through my corporate career, I felt unfulfilled. I had just had babies. My kids are like 5 minutes apart, and I was paying my nanny more than my mortgage to raise them. And I was struggling with that. So maybe for some people that's a perfect fit. But for me, I was having a hard time leaving my family every day, leaving my kids every day. And with that, um, I so 11 years. I was in that company for 11 years. And as I was navigating through that, my company downsized my entire division. 10 days later, I learned about the Juice Plus company and the Juice Plus products. And the rest is history. The rest is the details. And here I am. This November, I'll be here for 10 years. And of those 10 years, 8 of them, I was a national marketing director. So when I said yes to this business, I said yes to this business. Understand, I had just been downsized from a career that I thought was supposed to be my forever. This is what people do. But I knew that it wasn't right for me anymore. And when the day I was downsized on a Wednesday, 10 days later, I learned about Juice Plus in an event like the one I'm going to, where I'm going to see Heidi. I was sitting at an event, at a wine and wellness event, where someone shared the opportunity about the product and the mission, and it made sense. I like research, so I did a tremendous amount of research around the product and the business. We have we get to share the most clinically researched nutritional product on the planet. It is unmatched. And it's something I'm really proud and honored to share every day for the last 10 years, almost 10 years. And for me, I said yes to the product and the business at the same time because I was ready to become an entrepreneur. If other people could build a business and stay home with their kids, I could too. That's how I thought about it. And I hit national marketing director in just over 2 years. And, almost 10 years later, 8 of those 10 years as an NMD, was it all perfect? No. Oh my gosh, no. Is anything perfect? No. I was on an upward trajectory. Like my team hit NMD. I promoted 2 frontline senior sales coordinators, which is like a leadership position. I was 18 club, which is a high position. Like I was building and we were going. And then life kicked me in the face. How many times have we been in situations like that? Let's put aside our digital transformation for a second and let's just think about in your life, maybe in your business, but in your life, how many times have you been knocked down where you had to stand back up? How many times have you struggled and you had to fight through something? This is no different than that. Life kicked us in our face, my family's face, with something massive, in a diagnosis that we couldn't cure for my 6-year-old niece that fought a 3-year battle in cancer. Brain cancer. And she passed at 9. So if we want to talk about hard, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And here's what I can share with you. That's not something I share often. I don't even know how that just came out, but it did. So my business was brilliant. And then life got really hard. And I was touching my business. I wasn't growing it. I was managing my business, but I wasn't actively building it. And I was in a season of, I was in like an off season. I call it an off season. And I'll tell you that when I came back from that off season, I just lost my upline. My upline national marketing director left to go to another company. I mean, like, I was in it. And do you know how easy it would have been for me to walk away? It would have been. It is easier not to stand up and fight. It is easier to just, I'll figure it out another day. It is easier to pretend like things are okay. It is easier to pretend like we're not in, like that you're not actually in a challenge. It would have been easier for me to walk away, but that's not who I am. And that's not why I said yes. See, in times of challenge and trial, I always lean in to why I said yes in the first place. When I feel shaky and my legs are unsteady, I lean into why I said yes. I said yes to change the life of my family forever financially. I said yes to so I could share a product that could potentially change the health of someone's life and their family forever. I said yes because this is bigger than me. And this is bigger than all of you. I choose this. And the people that are on this call and whoever's watching, you choose this too. And obviously you're choosing this and you're choosing to put your business as a priority tonight. And you're on this call, and kudos to you because that's a choice. See, the way I see it is when I came back from going through what I went through with my family and my niece, I had a choice to make. I could walk away. I could stay in my business and be frustrated about where it was because it had started to crumble. I could have stayed there and started pointing my finger and made excuses as to why I wasn't growing. Or I could have made the choice to stand back up, pick my head up, lean into my why, and continue to move forward. I needed to let go of what was so I could embrace what is. And I did that. And I rebuilt my business. I rebuilt it bigger and stronger than I ever had it before. And it started with a choice. I chose to stand back up stronger. I chose to embrace the leader that I was at that point. I wasn't the leader that I came from. I was different. I needed to embrace who I was in that space. It wasn't Stacey from when I first started. It was Stacey who had been through life. I led different. I showed up different. I think sometimes we get so stuck in who we were, how we led. It worked then. Well, this is how I used to do it. This is how I always did it. It's okay if that doesn't work now. Embrace now. So resilience is a tricky thing. You know, I find that resilience is a tricky thing because it masks itself in hard. That when you have to overcome resilience, you have to go through hard. And the true character of people, you're not seeing it when they're crushing it at life. You're not seeing the true character of someone when everything's great and they're on top of their mountain. You're not seeing it. You see the true character of people when they're in it. And folks, we're in it. We're in it. How do you choose to stand up through this? It's a choice. You can choose to be like, oh, forget it. I'll deal with it when it's over, right? It is easier to just throw your hands up and say, we'll figure it out when they fix it. Or you could be one of the leaders. I don't care if you're brand new or you've been doing this for 100 years. You can be one of the leaders that have chose to rise up with us and grow through it. Grow through it. Think about where we're going to be on the other side of it. Think about it. Let's think about an iPhone for a second. I'm going to use this analogy. You get an iPhone, right? And you get it home and they're like, it's going to take you 10 minutes to set it up. You just have to like put in your information and it's going to upload all your stuff from your old phone. 10 minutes it's going to take. I can do that. So I sit down, I'm so excited to get into my iPhone. So I open it up, I put in my information and it's uploading all my stuff. It says 10 minutes. Okay. So I put it down, I come back at 10 minutes, it's still uploading. So you're frustrated. All right, I'll wait a little longer. You come back a few hours later, it's still uploading. You're kind of getting frustrated. At this point, if someone asks you, how's your new iPhone? You're going to be like, oh, the worst. This is the worst phone ever. I don't even know why I changed. Why did I even get a new iPhone? This is so stupid. I should have stayed with my old phone. So the next day you come back, your iPhone is ready to go and you open it up and okay, you start doing everything, you put your stuff in and now it needs to update to like a new software and you're like, oh my gosh, why did I even do this to myself, right? Fast forward to 30 days later. You've had this iPhone for 30 days. If someone asks you at that point, how you like your iPhone, you're probably going to say, man, this is the greatest phone I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't even know how I lived without this app. I don't even know how I lived without this capability. I don't even know how I lived without it. 30 days later, same iPhone, same one you were about to throw out the window, same phone that you were ready to go bring it back to the store, same phone. After it settled, you loved it. Same phone, same thing. So let's put that in this perspective. Our system was 50 years old. At some point, someone had to have the courage to make this change. Bravo to Travis for doing that. Yeah. I just got chills when I said that because if I think of leadership, I think of Travis Garza. If you want to know why we're going to get through this, it is because of that man's leadership and the people that he has surrounded himself by. They are the best of the best of the best. I have never in my life have seen leadership like this man puts forward. The fact that I get to experience it on a day-to-day basis makes me more proud to be a part of this company than I can even explain to you. I love this company. I'm not going anywhere. This him, his leadership, the people he's put around him, oh no, we are going to be the world's leading plant-based nutritional based company in forever. Like, this will happen under his leadership. You watch. But we had to rip off the Band-Aid. We had to have someone who had the courage to say yes to do this. We had to have someone have the courage to make this change. And we did. It was going to be messy. It was going to be messy. It's a 50-year-old system. 30-year-old system that Juice Plus has been a part of. It was going to be messy. But the other side of this is magic. The other side of this is everything we want to grow our business in ways that we haven't even thought of. The possibilities of what the capabilities we're going to have because of the system, once we're on the other side, are endless. We get to do things with you and for you that we have never been able to do, that we would never have been able to do with our old system. We get to do things where we can discount things and we can do bundles, and we get to do things to help embrace our customers. We get to do things to help embrace your growth in promotions. None of this would have happened in our old system with our old iPhone. None of it. You know, I want you to now, we can kind of compartmentalize digital. It's a challenge. We're in it and we see you. And I need you to hear this. I promise every ounce of concern, of challenge, of issues, every issue that you have, we see it, we understand it, we're navigating through it. You know, one of the things I heard someone say was, someone said to me, was like, you just don't understand. I was like, I think you're talking to the wrong person. First of all, I feel it from everywhere, right? I was in the field 5 minutes ago. I understand. I promise I understand. I'm like answering boxers at almost midnight. I am like working around the clock just like everybody else, because we are doing our best to help everyone in this space. I promise we see you. I promise we see you. It is hard, and it is hard for us too. We are challenging our leadership to even push more, to even do more, to even communicate better. We are doing so much in and around this space. We see you, we know it's hard, and we're working our tails off to make this right. I just hope you know that in your core. I hope you know that. But on the flip side of this, I want us to think about our future. Let's just dream together for a second. We have new branding that's coming out that is going to change the game. It is beautiful, and it is universal, and it is just something that we've needed for so long. And Travis found the right people to have the courage to make this change. We have product innovation happening. We're going to be adding new in class things that other people could never touch, because this is who we are. Our brand is plants. We have product innovation happening that we never have had before, because someone had the courage to make this change. So now, as we dream together about what this future can be for our businesses, for our families, do you have the courage to stand with us through this change? Do you have the courage to stand strong enough to help lead your team and your customers through this? Because we can't do this without you. We cannot do this without you. This works when we all work together. So together, we are challenging each other to have the courage to go through this and walk through this together. That's what our challenge is to you. We are here to support you. We're here to guide you. We're here to navigate this with you. I promise we're here with you every step of the way. But we need to work together in order to make that happen. You know, I say this to my kids all the time. Life is about choices. How we choose to rise through this is going to speak a lot about who we are as leaders, how much this business and this product mean for us and to us, it's going to speak volumes about our future, about your future. And I hope that you choose to stand with us. And I hope that you have the courage to change with us and for all of us to grow through it together. So I don't know if you have any questions for me, but that is a little bit about what I wanted to share today.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. I think many of us had chills. I know I did. Felt your just, felt your heart, felt so connected with you. And I think that, when we're going through these challenges and we can't even find something that we found so easily, on our space to help our customer. What we do have is each other, and we can find the heart in this mission. And you brought that. And I think that that is so, so, so valuable because, I mean, none of us are without challenges. Absolutely none of us. And I know that I have beaten my own self up so, so much because of where I was and where I'm not now. And, there's been a few times when I've been online and a little angry. Like, where is this? That is okay. I know we can feel what we feel, but you brought the hope. I feel more confident. Who feels more confident?
Hey, Stacey, can I make a comment, Michelle?
Yeah, please do.
First of all, Stacey, so fun to see you in this position and to
It
hear you
is.
speak, and just the fact that you've been in the field and you know us. And it's so funny when people say you don't know our pain. I laughed out loud thinking
I
about
saw.
that. I did.
I
I just
looked
laughed
at
out
you
loud.
actually when I said it.
But
yeah.
just a couple things. And Michelle, you really said a lot about who Stacey is, but I heard you speak so many times. You just got like taking lots of notes, great verbiage, the hope that you give, who you be in the moment is so important for all of us to see. And I just want to say the shift of that resilience, we're in the middle, I think, Michelle, you're in it with Brandon Barber right now. And today happened to be all about resilience. That's what the class was about today.
Mm.
And, one of the questions he asked is when you're in the middle of the hard stuff, you can do it afterwards when things are good. You can always look back and go, well, the phone works now 30 days later, but in the middle of it, can you be resilient enough in the middle to have the hope and the trust to see, and more importantly, can you be, when you're in the middle of it, can you envision the good that comes from this resilience? So one of the things is this is teaching us all to be patient. This is teaching us all to have compassion. It's teaching us what it looks like for a company to go through so that when the next thing comes up, we're better prepared for the next hard thing. And I just think the way that you described all this from the moment the call started till right now, you've just touched my heart. And what I just like to say is it's not the best version of you, but it's the most authentic core value version of you. And to me, that's so much more important than the best. For me, it's all about who am I when you take the layers off and I have to be totally authentic and be able to be in service. So thank you so much for this call. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank
I
you so
know,
much.
I know so many people will listen to this recording, and could you just share what is so exciting that we can do now in the midst of the construction or whatever? We have some great incentives. We have some things that the company has looked ahead and have there for us already ready. So what can we do now that is ready?
Great question.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. So what we know is that we have there's two things happening right now in reference to incentives. So actually there's three things. So let's talk about that. So the first thing is the 3-in-1, right? The 3-in-1 is the incentive that was launched at conference. So it's 3 new customers and 1 new partner with an order. Okay. So one of the things that I want us to get really good at is that when we're adding a new partner, we want to make sure they place an order when they sign up. A lot of times they're customers and they come over. But one of the things that I find and I have found in my growing up is in my growing up in this company is that when someone comes in and places an order in this moment, right? You sign them up, they place an order, they get started. There is something that creates more kind of conviction in them, more confidence. It almost is more, it becomes, it's easy to spend $10 and then not do anything about it because it's $10, right? But when it's almost like people take it more seriously when they come in, they pay $52 and they do something with that, where they place an order, even if they're a customer. Have they tried Luminate, right? We want to help expand what they're on so that we want them to come in, place an order. I call it like your first and last name. They become a partner, they place an order. That just will help them get active quickly and help them go towards that first goal. So that 3-in-1 is 3 brand new customers, 1 new partner with a goal. That's something you can do now. A 3-in-1, what I like to say about the 3-in-1 is that it's helping to build healthy work habits. Think about what your business could look like if you did a 3-in-1 every single month. Yes, we are incentivizing it. You get $50 when you do it. And as you consecutively do it, you're getting prizes, you're getting bonuses, you're getting all these things. But think about the healthy work habits that you're building if you did a 3-in-1 every single month, if we're being incentivized or not. So that's the first thing you can focus on. The second thing you can focus on is, and I know our numbers are a little bit wonky, but I do feel confident that going into, as we're going through this month, that our PB and our POB numbers, I feel confident that we will get where we need to be. So something that is still on the table that we don't talk about enough is if you are a new PB or POB qualifier, or if you haven't been a PB or POB qualifier, I believe, I have to look at the date. I feel like it was like February of 2023. If you haven't been PB qualified since before February of 2023, before then you get bonuses. So if you PB qualify for the first time in a long time, or you're a brand new PB qualifier, not only if you do that for 1 month and you hold it for a second month, you get a $100 bonus. If you're close to POB, so if you're a sales coordinator or higher, and you're close to that 5,400 points, and you get there and you hold it, you get a $300 bonus. That is all still out there for us. We haven't talked about it in a while, right? So that's important. And then that all leads to our build to last. Our build to last is a massive opportunity. And it really starts at senior sales coordinator and higher, where you are looking to build your business building activities by adding partners and helping partners hit goals, as well as helping people become PB qualified and POB qualified. And when you do that, you get points. And all of that leads to a potential opportunity for you to go to San Diego on this awesome trip for this Build to Last challenge. So there are 3 opportunities. If you're brand new, you want to focus on the 3-1. If you're doing this for a long time, you want to focus on the 3-1. But that's just creating great healthy habits in how you work every day. Your PB/POB is something that is going to help you maximize your impact and your income in the position that you're in. And there's bonuses around that if you haven't been there in a while. And all of that leads to that Build to Last opportunity, which comes in San Diego. So if there are things that you can focus on connections, conversations, and just being consistent around it, and your business will grow.
I like that. There were 3 C's.
3 C's. I've spoken about 3 C's. I haven't talked about that in a long time. That felt good.
It was very good and very helpful. So I know whenever there's all different types of challenges, obviously, but one thing that always seems to help is just getting busy with something, So I needed to hear that. if I did, I'm sure it's helpful to the rest of our amazing team as well. You are absolutely awesome. We are so grateful that you are part of our corporate team and that you are there for us and you're headed to speak and out in the field. People are going to just love you because you're so authentic and you're so real. It does not seem scripted or overplanned or anything like that. This is real. People are real and you're going to bring a real message. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. My pleasure to be here. So nice to see you guys. And I look forward to seeing everyone on the road. I'm going.
Hey,
I'm gonna be everywhere. I literally am gonna be everywhere. So I hope I see everybody at some point.
good. Well, thank you so much. And thank you all for
You got
joining
it.
us. We'll see you soon.
Thank you,
Got it.
Stacey.
Thanks,
It was
guys.
awesome.
Yeah,
Got
everyone
it.
unmute
Thanks,
yourself.
guys.
Unmute yourself and
Thank-
just give out a shout of
Thank
gratitude.
you.
Thank you, Stacey. See you
Thank
Friday.
you. So much
My
fun. Thank
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Good night.
you,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Good night. Good night.
Whoops. Night, everybody.
Great. Good night. Thanks, Nikki, for getting this recorded.
Michelle, you did a great job and thank you for bringing her to us. That's the best. Thank you.
Thanks. I
Good
think
night.
this is a good recording to share in the Brandon Barber.
Yeah, I do too. Fabulous. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye.